Hello, Trados. Welcome to the early stream again. We are in the midst of
It's time for Power Hour.
for the stock market. You know, we got closing bell in like 36 minutes, but in Power Hour for stocks, Bitcoin has just achieved its highest price since June of 2022, specifically June 9th. And that level, the zone of inflection, the 30K psychological area is being breached. So heading to 31K, which, you know, it's there. But, you know, the 28,800 was the big one, man. So I just don't know if we're going to get as much consolidation at 31K, where it's like a couple swing lows. Not really even candle closes, just like one swing low from May of 2021, June of 2021. That's about it, really. I guess like it flipped resistance in May of last year, June of last year. So I don't think we can ignore it, but I think like the biggest support is behind us at 28.8. So that's just like why it's been so easy to move this price up. I think the supply was absorbed. That was the big supply area, and there's just not near as much supply anywhere else above 28.8, probably for many thousands of dollars. So, you know, we're here yesterday, and yesterday Bitcoin was not overbought on the daily, but it is now overbought, sitting at 72.45. In fact, it's so close, man. All right, we're about to be eclipsing. Bitcoin's going to be eclipsing the RSI high. You know, I would say the March RSI high soon, which isn't really like that big a deal. But remember when Bitcoin in January got to 89.90, it was one of the highest RSI readings on the daily in the history of Bitcoin. I wonder if we'll rival that again. But yeah, so far so good. Figured like why not going live? Why not be going live like during some price action? You know, and positive Momo's building again. Nice. Let's see if that can continue with higher prices. And really, I mean, it's kind of like been the Bitcoin show. That makes sense. You want to see what happened on Bitcoin dominance? Highest level in I think 2 years. Oh my God! Chat right now. We are at the highest. Wow, we are the highest price since July of 2021. It's kind of been that way, but you're about to take that high out, and I have an alert set up if it really does, and it's about to happen, man. So the Wyckoff accumulation schematic that lasted from May of 2021 could be completing now, because you are in the midst of attempting to break out. Which means, if it, you know, I know there's going to be chopping up and down and stuff, but the markup phase would take you to 60% market cap dominance, which who knows what the altcoins would look like at that point. Yeah, Wi-Fi, Giga chatting. Well, Wi-Fi, I was waiting for the Andromeda Galaxy at $18,000. No big deal. Sorry, trying to use coffee in me and stuff. Post the Discord link for now. Thanks for the new members joining the Discord yesterday.
Mitch, not only great when Bitcoin is on fire, but that you're there to bring it to us. Thanks, brother.
Mr. Power Hour, thanks for the 1337. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, thanks for watching. Right? Because if I have no one to watch, then what's the point of doing it, right? But I just wanted to hang out with some people that care about this stuff, because, you know, none of my peers in real life did, and a lot of yours didn't care either. So we congregate here online to discuss the things, right? Because this is like the road to financial independence, being like, you know, surrounding yourself with financial markets. I think there's a higher probability you become financially independent than not revolving your life around financial markets. There's different philosophies on that. It worked out pretty well for me. It was definitely keeping me ahead in life in my early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. So yeah, thanks, man. 48.82%, up 1.04% today. Get smoked, altcoins. And let's just look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, because remember, it was Wyckoff accumulation on Bitcoin dominance, and then Ethereum to Bitcoin, it was different. It was Wyckoff distribution. That was the theory. That's been that way for a few months now, right? Let's see. Nice. Very, very nice here. We got Ethereum to Bitcoin at its lowest price since late March. You know, just coming back to the levels. And guess what? Probably here, another level of last points of supply, right? You got it here, and now we're going for a third one. And this is what happens. This is traditionally what occurs in phase D of Wyckoff distribution. Weak, pathetic loser rallies after drawdowns, and it occurs the whole way down. And so the next target for Ethereum to Bitcoin is going to be this 5.5 million level, the bottom of the schematic here. All right. So wow, get wrecked. Extend this out a little bit. Phase E would be the markdown. So as soon as, you know, market participants push the price to this level and start breaching it, that's when you start phase E. This is phase D. Okay. It was beautiful though. It really has been an amazing sight to behold since we were first able to identify, oh, this thing's in just this huge distribution range. But others would think, hey man, we're everything's good, higher highs, but it's like, dude, I mean, this is just, we're trying to identify the signature of the composite operator here, okay? And the composite operator is trying to tell us Bitcoin's going to dominate quite possibly for a while, because right, what is phase D, phase E? That is the end of the schematic. I mean, this has been a campaign of accumulation on Bitcoin dominance for 2 years. And that's a long time for accumulation campaigns. So we go to 60%, you know Ethereum to Bitcoin's going to be much lower. Yet hopefully that means Bitcoin's price is substantially higher. Okay, proof of work is superior to proof of stake. You'd have to be a soy boy, climate alarmist, weirdo that doesn't care about having rights to think otherwise. Okay. So let's go to Ethereum to US dollar. That is trying to rally, but it's flat today with Bitcoin up 2.56%. Ethereum, the second largest crypto in the world, is just hanging out in the 1900s, the low 1900s, has not yet hit 1972 or 2043, which I figured would be the targets here. That's a candle high close back in February of 2021 and a wick high from, you know, the same date. And then everything would correlate to that after, like you saw in August of last year. Figured we'd be going to test it, thinking eventually, you know, much higher than that, 2400 to 3340 is the longer term target for the retrace on the weekly, but you just don't know when it'll get there. XRP flat. It's also the exact same price as, or I mean, the same percentage increase today that you got on Ethereum, which was, it's up 0.02% flat. Elevated, just flat. Think you'll eventually test 55 cents again and eventually break it and run to 80 cents in time. I don't know when though, you know, it's just Bitcoin might have to run first. XRP could draw down more. It doesn't even matter until the price is falling below 36 cents. It's all about the previous higher low. So everything's like good here, man. It's just, there's a finite amount of money out there. And so far right now it's going into Bitcoin far more at a faster rate than everything else. Hence the Bitcoin dominance chart. So it's not random, Keanu, because the YFI to Bitcoin chart was very similar to the YFI to the US dollar chart. I think they were like almost identical. I remember looking at it. And I remember like, I think posting about it. Let's just look at YFI real quick because it's up 8.39%. And it's like, what do you want, man? Like, this was hand delivered to you. Like, just the date of, It's continued to be amazing. This was isn't this a trade setup, like a continuation trade setup where it's like an M shape completed? And look at it now. And you know, if 4 hours 25 minutes till the daily closes would be the highest close since March 8th. And again, 11,386, 14,154, and then $18,000 and Andromeda. Did you have the patience to wait? Probably not. Just, you know, I mean, if you did, you win. You know, this asset has virtually doubled in price since the type 2 return of the bullish bat pattern Gartley with the divergence. So yeah, it just takes a while, man. This is why it's the daily, man. The daily and the weekly are so important. You lose sight of things on the 4 hour or less than the daily time scale. Wi-Fi to BTC. It's been a minute, man. Trying to recall my memory. Did I even have? It's actually not very good at all. It's actually terrible. Maybe I had it on another chart or something. Yeah. So it was like, it was looking okay. It was a wedge. It broke out, then dumped. But now look look where you are. Okay, there is this one level on Wi-Fi to Bitcoin where it's like these lows here. Okay, it's an inflection zone, and look how you were falling below it yesterday, and now buyers are defending the price, so it seems, right? They're really trying here to get the price back above it with an engulfing candle. That would be legendary to see that be defended. Okay, so no 886, you'd think, from the low to high here. No 886, so you'd think that'd be the next step, but I mean, so far this level's holding. So yeah, okay, cool, interesting-ish. Here's BNB. That I do think that we are in the latter phases of accumulation. I mean, this is it, dude, right? You can't just keep making higher lows, same highs, higher lows. It's just now kind of apparent. You keep testing this level and it keeps weakening, and I think there's just absorption of the remaining supply at 330. And once the absorption's complete, there will be a massive markup, and you'll see a $430 BNB at some point if this continues. This is, yeah, this is like a now accumulation. It's pretty clear with this price action you've been receiving since you know, mid-February and beyond. So, and then that plays into the weekly. The daily was like, I don't know, man, I can't break the resistance, can't, you know, okay. But then you go to the weekly and it's like nothing's changed. No, the argument's been bullish. The argument has been a bullish dragon breakout, and that's it. If you got 5 days, 5 hours, if you get a candle close at or above 338, right, on the weekly, you will get a rising 3 methods bullish continuation on the weekly, and that'd be substantial. That'd be insane. So yeah, just we'll see BNB run to at least 340 and close in 5 days, 5 hours above that 340 level for magic, because the upside is incredible. Again, I mean, looking at the weekly here, 430 to 450, first targets easily. All right, so the weekly on everything looks like common retraces are coming. They're on the way. Some have not really taken off yet, but still. It's good, you know. Having patience mandatory in this space, or in all, I mean, in stocks. If you learn from a traditional market, you just naturally learn patience because things just don't move like crypto. But man, coming into a world where you never participated in a financial market and you're just getting into the untraditional crypto world, that's gotta be tough, man. I think it was a luxury starting to learn about charts and candles and all that stuff in a traditional market and stocks years ago. Because I can't really put myself in the same spot or position as a lot of new people here. So, okay, there are your big coins. You have Sol that was breaking out, and it did break out. It's breaking out right now. Here, you're just looking at the weekly. What was once kind of a support zone is now support again after spring back test of spring stuff. the daily supply line. It was breached. It's gorgeous, man. It really is. Like, this was, hey man, you're on breakout watch. And guess what? You broke out. And there's a lot of upside here. Like, a tremendous amount of upside on this asset. I mean, minimum to at least the 2680. But this could go to 3736 and still be in a bear trend. Yep. Still make a lower high than the high from November of last year. Yeah. What a breakout on Sol. Been covering it in the Patreon / Citadel. DGB is up. Yeah, I know, man. It's almost like, dude, the argument just, it doesn't get weaker. The argument just continues. Okay, there is now an argument for wow, it's still like low risk. I know it may never play out, but it might, because it's been so long. But dude, I mean, you're talking about a double spring back test. I mean, it's undeniable of where this is. This is like that low from July 2017. And look what's happening at that level. I mean, look what happened last time. I mean, the rally to 1.69, this could be time. I mean, it really could be. I mean, you were struggling and fighting, and now you're above it, and now you're confirming that the bottom's in with the seller exhaustion at the critical inflection point, which is the beautiful combination. So I just, like, please don't fall asleep on DGB right here, because this is doing some serious stuff. It's up 4.2% too.
Is that a joint?
Yeah, Jasmine did it too, man. And Jasmine's doing the, all right, DGB, here it is. I mean, like, you're watching the stream. Some of y'all are, and it's like, okay, this is a good, really lower risk entry area if you're wanting to catch the ride to 1.689 cents, which is literally doubling, or just about close enough to doubling. Ethereum Classic has having a good day today. Where you are getting real close again, man, to breakout watch. I mean, 2258 to 2458. That's it, man. These are the levels up here, the big ones. And now for the, you got one low, you have a slightly higher low. Now it's like, you already have, it's weird, okay? You already have a type 2 return of the colossal butterfly, but now you have a type 2 return of which this harmonic happened to be the type 1, type 2 of the big butterfly, but now you have a type 2 return of the bullish bat pattern. All right, type 1 and then now type 2. And you just got to think here, that's got to be it. It's a higher low. And it's actually, if you can even believe it, from the first low to now what would be the type 2, there is hidden bullish divergence. So again, man, this is like, you're getting real close. This is what assets look like before eventually doing this. It may not happen now, in 5 minutes, an hour or two, or a couple days, but this is what things look like before moon, before doubling in value. So that's it. Great. Okay, so ETC, you're being warned that it's getting close to time again for a major markup by the looks of it. Flip the chart over, man. You tell me. You're talking about an asset that's been in a long-term death trend, downtrend. It rallies, and completes an 88% retrace from this low to high to low down there, and then it starts showing classic distribution. Like, there's subtly less market participants involved with the asset than before. In the first high, you don't really know that level is going to hold there, but clearly that is way less market participants involved with the asset in June of 2022 than December 2020. And this is inverted analysis here to just show you kind of like, this is normally what it looks like before an complete reversal, where whatever was going on in the long term would continue. I guess we'll see. I guess you could test your luck with the U.S. dollar. Sitting in the U.S. dollar. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, man. All right. KSM, that we've kind of been quiet on that one for a minute. My God, it's somehow, some way, by the grace of God, it is holding this level. Wow, look at the buyers. What are they doing? They're Gandalfing this thing, Gandalfing the Balrog. I mean, this level is being defended so well, and it's like you think that if this is real, then why not just right back up to 43.48? And people are head and shoulders, man. It's like, okay, dude, how imagine how the head and shoulder analysis has been going for you this year. Not been playing out, not working. So I would say, like, this is a failed attempt by sellers to push the price lower, and these two lows indicate who's in control now. For the first time in a long time, this thing collapsed, man. Leave it alone. So yeah, I mean, higher lows now and a higher high in the previous high. So this could take you to 43.48. Dang, dude, did somebody just tip me one Shiba Inu coin? I didn't know you could get away with one Shiba. Wait, didn't we have... I had a bet with somebody. It was a one Shiba Inu bet. Oh, it was with... was it with Eddie? Was that you, Eddie? No, we had a bet. Can't remember even what the bet was. Oh, yeah. I think it was Alabama versus Missouri in the SEC championship game. Yeah, or something. Yeah, in basketball. All right, let's go to FTM, which actually looks really good. I mean, I know this isn't like, oh, the best place to, you know, the neckline's screwed. It's not really like, you know, but the Momo shift's real, along with the ice lines. These inflection points are being defended by buyers when they were many times regarded as resistance, where the sellers were defending this level in history in 2021. In 2022, now the buyers are defending it in 2023, which I think when it flips support like that, it's just, I think that's really good. And I think this is where you could possibly, and you know, maybe not, but if and again, we don't know, right? But if you fall below 37 cents, the argument dies. But if this is real, if this real springback test catches follow through, this is where you could continue this overall trend reverse. You know, you've already reversed the trend, where the continuation could happen. We could find ourselves at like 88 cents eventually.
Do you have videos that teach harmonic patterns? Noob to patterns here. Been following your work for a while now. Been learning a lot. Thanks for all that you do.
Well, Eli, I mean, I think I have clips of like harmonics in my Patreon Citadel membership, but there's someone I would always push someone to learn from the founder, from the source, which is Scott Carney, harmonic trader on YouTube, and you know, a fond member of our community. So I would check out harmonic trader Scott Carney for that stuff. He has videos public out there on YouTube, on his YouTube. Yeah. I do recommend before you learn about harmonics, you master Fibonacci, like what it means, how to use the tool. And once you start doing and start realizing like what each fib node represents, you know, psychologically, that's when it's a good time to start learning about harmonics. But I think learning Fibonacci first and really getting the hang of it fundamentally. And then after that, then the harmonics will make a lot more sense. Okay. Because, you know, you'll look at the harmonic. Okay, we all understand harmonics, but these levels within, like, what do they represent? You know, what do they? There's like criteria that makes a pattern, and if it doesn't meet the criteria, then all of a sudden it's not a formal pattern, despite it being maybe an informal M shape. So there are rules to each harmonic that you have to memorize, unfortunately. But once you get the good source material in front of you, the way I learned it, I would just go back in time to cycle reversals on all over any chart that has like, you know, 10, 15, 20 years of data on stock market and look for them, and then plot them And then once you identify them and plot them, then you say, all right, which one is this? You start reverting to your source material on which harmonic it is. And then you start, that's a way to be engaged with that stuff. So, I don't know, man. Like, you just go to a random chart. I don't know. I'm worried about having data on some of these. Like, oh, Caterpillar. Caterpillar has a lot of data. It's okay, man. All right. Well, let's just go back a long time ago. See if we could identify anything, man. Can we find something? No harmonic reversal there. Ooh, there's a harmonic reversal, but it was only a type 1 return, but it looked almost a little too shallow. Maybe some sort of cipher pattern here. Okay. My God, never mind. It was a perfect Gartley. It was a Gartley that went to the 886, right? I mean, so no, it was a shark. It was certainly a shark. Okay. But the problem is the shark was too shallow from B to C. So it's not formal, but like this is like what you do. Like you would just go to a random chart. I just went to Caterpillar. I just randomly picked it off the top of my head, and I went back. This is in 2002. All right, you can find these harmonics, and there's more. You could go even further back in time and find them and identify them. So anyway, that's the way I learned it. That's a good way I think that anyone could learn it. So how's Caterpillar doing? Unable to break all-time highs, huh? Okay, so we got 9 minutes till the closing bell. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, the sub. Thanks for being here. You know, you get it, man. I was just live early because why not? It's kind of like there was price action. Now there's not price action, and you know there won't be price action probably again till the last 30 minutes of the day for crypto, and so that's like hours and hours away. So screw me for going live early. Let's go to Litecoin that is continuing to rally here. It looks great. Going back to 105, 110. We break that 140. This thing bottomed out in June. S&P tanking hard, man. So hard, right? It's tanking hard, bro. It's literally down 1 penny today. What are you looking at? The 1 second chart? Oh my God, it's over for the spider. It's over, dude. Wrap it up. Bear market confirmed today on the S&P being down 0 pennies. Oh, sorry, 5 pennies right now. Just kidding. Yeah, of course you are. Of course you're looking at the 5 minute. No one would ever in their right mind say that if they were looking at a reasonable time scale. Yeah. So on the stock market, guess what? Hey, Weight Watchers, baby. Remember that time composite operator, something composite operator accumulation, a spring back test from 2015, and it's up 59% today. I mean, whatever, man. Like, okay. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna predict anything like that, but dude, that was kind of it, man. That was a good spot down there. And this gap will probably fill just like it did. It'll gap down tomorrow, but man, that was perfect. Anyone got anything to say about Weight Watchers? Yeah. Close the deal for weight loss drug. Okay, cool. Yeah, but composite operator was accumulating his position quietly, wasn't he? And then you got New Golds Incorporated, man, that up 15% and hitting a key inflection point. Oh my God, it's so pretty, isn't it? The levels being respected on the bottom side and the top side. The
Thanks
spring
for
back
WW.
test in October last year.
Just show up, and this stream is gold.
What's up, Dow Jones? Thank you for the super chats. Thank you. The consequence of the spring back test. Here it is. And then if you break 134, you probably make your way to 190. This is gold miners, man, doing things. Very nice. Tractors. No, this is the Container Store. Man, fell below the 886. In fact, fell below the key ice line. Buyers are trying to get it back above. Oh, it's at least a back test today. You got to wonder if this is a type 2 return, lower low. Okay. We've been waiting on that level for so long. Now it's like falling below it. Yikes. It's not dead yet. But dang, man. Get above 350, 380. There could be insane upside on this. Just pay attention to it. Looks like commercial real estate and banks did okay today. Wow, I'll tell you this, man. This might be... Alright. The Gap store. This is insane. This is really crazy. Okay, so you've got a higher low being put in again, and it's happening at a key inflection point. I mean, this is so important. I mean, if you know anything about these levels, 2008 it was a valley. It was a valley in 2002. It was a valley in 1996 and 97. And it was a high in 1992. This is like the level of all levels. This is like biblical. If you're talking about, you know, each chart having its own Bible to its own levels, this is biblical on GPS. Like, this could be the lowest risk area in history of this chart. I mean, like, history tells us it is. I mean, yeah, you fell below in the COVID crash. Yeah, Black Swan. But, man, to make a higher low right here, you don't know if it's going to continue, you know, really rally off this, but you know it's easy to strategize stop loss, and that's all that really matters. And it's a completed M shape, too. I mean, yeah, of course. You got, like, some sort of, like, you know, shark. This is an 886. I mean, it maybe isn't formal. Maybe it's not, like, you know, perfect. But, you know, look, I mean, 88% retrace, man. Not, 75, 40%. I'm Ivy, I'm the jet. Let's go.
Hex 3 major time scales, please.
We'll do it, Mama Ivy. Hey, it's Dick. I know that guy.
Dick Kelly super chatted $61.81. Hey, brother. Could you check out UA, Under Armour Incorporated? Thanks.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
you in May.
Yeah. Oh, so you're coming. I didn't get confirmation. You're coming, Crypto Glasgow. Yeah, in May. And now I've gotten word that Tom Crown's coming down. He wants to have a beer during the Bitcoin conference. So we don't really have any, just since you're talking about it now, we don't have any sort of like formal plans yet. But I'm telling you, come down during the Bitcoin conference, because Scott and me are probably doing like a joint meetup thing concurrent with the Bitcoin conference. So it's a good time for people to come down. So do it, and you know, you'll get the rewards of us doing a hangout. All right. Yeah, we'll look at Under Armour too. Miami, Marbob, Miami. Drunken wino. What is a wino?
I love you. Take my money.
All right, money taken. Google took 30% though, so get wrecked. But thank you. Yeah, UA. I mean, it hit like the basement again. So, okay, GPS. You can't make this up. How effing incredible it is. This could be the Type 2 on a weekly. You know, like look. Yeah, like look. It said this was like a Type 1, and I would imagine this is the Type 2. Yeah, this reminds me kind of like what was it? What was it? CDE, right? You have a Type 1 on the weekly, and now you have the Type 2. Wow, and you want to talk about hidden bullish divergence would begin to develop if it really was going to pivot here. This, again, like holy crap, trade setup stuff. Target $20. So doubling in value. You're talking about doubling in value on a formal weekly spring back test. Wow. Okay. I know they sell clothes too. It's crazy. Wow. All right. Yeah, let's look at Hex. Hex Connect. But dude, it's Hex. Come on, man. It's Hex. Come on, dude. All right, down almost 6% today. Get wrecked. Yeah, I know though, but like it was doing the whole this. Like, oh, it's trying to hold support, and it's like, you know, it's still valid. When you fall below 6.8 cents, that's the cutoff. Really, even just 6.6 cents. You know, these two local lows where the wicks were. That's the cutoff. If the price is above that, then you're fine. You're okay. You've broken out. Falling below that equals no breakout. And that's what's confusing, because it's like, wow, market participants have formally back tested the breakout as support not once, but twice now. So why is it not going? Well, take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Not many things are able to really go in these conditions with all the money going into Bitcoin. All right, chat. The stock market has closed. Jesus chimes. You know, and unfortunately on the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin's candle closed and it wasn't higher than the previous candle. The previous candle before that was the highest 4-hour close of 2023, highest 4-hour close since June. So a failed attempt to really get going. Indecision. Okay, cool. I mean that's Hex on the daily. The weekly, there's not much to really talk about. You haven't seen negative momentum since August of last year. That double bottom, that confirmation low doesn't exist on the weekly. It's not there. So you can't even really say that it's happening on the weekly. It's not discernible. So it may not be worth a crap. It's just maybe absorption of the demand there before dumping. But what a run it's been on. Again, stop losses are really important if you're talking about this, because below that, there could be far more downside. It's your weekly. I mean, if you want a monthly, we can do the monthly. Monthly, yeah, and nothing really to talk about besides, yeah, it hit the magic spot, right? From the lows to the 88 to 95% retrace from the mania. Yeah, I mean, okay, but beyond that, not much to talk about. No structural development or anything, right? Sorry, Mama Ivy. The major time scales. That was it. Can we look at Under Armour for deck? Crypto Glasgow, thought on it. I'm not. Yeah, old UA. That certainly would be looking at the weekly on this. Wait. Hold on a sec. There's. Yeah. Okay. Was it the one I was looking at was UAA? Yeah, Under Armour. Yeah, certainly at some sort of key level here, at least from June of 2020. Yeah, this is basement. This is like a 100% plus retrace M shape, right? 772 being defended, and you're really right at this key level from 2007. Yeah, so on the weekly, there was like a really nice potential reversal candle there. You're at the basement, whacked out looking Momo shift. I think anything above 772 is okay, I guess. I would think like anything above 921 is amazing. But then you got to go to 1147 and break that. So it's okay. It's not like the worst thing in the world. It's definitely at a basement, but the trend's pretty bad too. It's like a downtrend still. And did you ever make an 886? Yeah, you're like effing at an 886. It's like the whole, wow, it's kind of like it do be like that, where you have like a big old bat pattern and you are on a type 2 return of the bat pattern. Dang, man. Yeah, that's pretty spectacular stuff. Right? I mean, that's it. Literally. And then it's like, okay, here's one low and the type 1, and here's the type 2. That's where you are. What about the monthly? Monthly could be better. But there it is, extremely discernible monthly chart. I mean, like, if I'll just say, if this harmonic type 2 returns respected, then way higher later. But the monthly's good because you're taking out all the noise. There's so much chop there, right? And you can clearly see like the level. The level's back here from 2007. It's like 920. So holding that would be great. If not, wow, I don't even know what to tell you. You're at the basement. You're virtually at a basement with a confirmation low on Under Armour. So win bids. I mean, that's quite win bids, man. Each candle represents 30 days here. It's like win bids. Bearish engulfing candle in February. Yeah, I forgot. I thought I did that. The invite, the Discord link. What the heck? I did it, but I don't think I pinned it. There's pinned the Discord link. Correct. Positively. Yep. So we had a few new patrons, or not new, but they re-upped. Okay. Thank you so much, Zachary Schneider, for the 4 months in the Citadel. Thank you so much, Le Chefre, for the 2 months in the Citadel. And thank you so much, Dan Bruns, for the 4 months in the Citadel. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate the ongoing support. 100% crowdsourced. So, I mean, like, you know, this is all y'all. You know, when you join the Citadel, or you resub to the Citadel, or you tip the stream, you are literally supporting this community. There are no advertisements. There's no sponsorships. Voluntarily, I voluntarily decline on all sponsorships. So, and that, I think that, and you know, protects the integrity of what is taught here. So thank you. Okay, and that was it. That was like last request, dude. Pathetic. Pathetic. You need to talk about the quad screen. Yeah, Bitcoin's at resistance, man. That's it. Ethereum's not at resistance. Be sure, if you're going to join the Citadel, you sign up on the computer. Or not on the computer. God, why did you say PC? No, you do it from the PC. Yeah, if you sign up from the mobile, then Discord takes 30% from you. So don't do it, man. Just wait. Just go to your computer and join the Citadel. Don't do it on your phone. Otherwise, it's way more expensive and it's stupid and it's not our fault and there's nothing we can do about it. Nor is there really nothing Discord can really do about it. Because it's the Apple Store. The Apple Store is like 30% from everyone. $30K defended, man. Yeah, it's being defended. Look at the screen right here. Yeah, right above me. It is kind of nice. Hey, man, we're holding it again. Trying so hard here. We have 3 hours, 52 minutes till the daily close. I don't know. I don't think about Android for the win because Google does the same thing. Right? So other than that, I mean, you know, Monero's up today. Monero's just, are you ready? Are you ready for Moon? Moon at some point. Forget the daily. It's the weekly, man. It's the weekly is everything. Wow. I know it's been tough, man. The past few weeks, just barely anything happening, but still, like, I think Monero, the patient will be rewarded on something like this. It is setting up for substantially higher prices if you can wait. Not many coins up today, really, you know? We kind of looked at them. Yeah, everything else is really, like, kind of down today. And they're red. But we could, you know, continue looking around at some stocks. Let's look at Wow, man. Taylor Morrison. You can talk about some of these altcoins showing dragon patterns. Look no further than Taylor Morrison dragon pattern. Look how well it's played out. Already hitting targets, exceeding targets. I mean, probably hit the third target of a dragon. Yeah, man. It's the dragon. This is the weekly dragon too, man. And that's what we're identifying on the 4-hour and daily. That was spectacular. All-time highs. I mean, pretty much. So some of the cryptos were doing that. So like this, and then you go to like Matic, and they're in similar context because the trend's been up. Like, look at that. I mean, it's so similar. Just no moon. You can't do it. Bitcoin's owning the market right now, but TMHC, and then we go to Matic, and it's like it's the same effing picture. Buyers defending the 200 moving average. Blah 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 blah. And wow, almost actionable for a trade setup maybe. I mean, where would the stop be? That's kind of tough. That's why I don't like these so much, because it's a higher low foot. But what if it goes down to like 94 cents again before pivoting and rallying, and that ends up being where the foot actually is? Similar price action. TMHC also had that higher low foot, didn't it, on that dragon? This is a much larger structure, but still, it played out brilliantly. Man, Banks pumping today. Like, for real pump. Yeah, commercial real estate too. Wow. How about that? Okay, this is BXP. That at one point a long time ago used to like it, and this thing's been terrible. But man, look at this bullish engulfing candle. I mean, just educational, right? Like after just collapsing like that, cover the previous candle. It was like a piercing line that it was so powerful. It not only pierced through the previous candle completely, but closed to cover it. That's an exceptionally strong Japanese candlestick combo. And you got to wonder how high the retrace will be on something like this if it continues. All happening near support, but didn't quite ever get there. This was hitting the lowest level since 2007 or something stupid. 2009. What was it? Lowest price since 2009. Yeah, and it's just ridiculous. But commercial real estate's screwed, man. I mean, you have insane amounts of vacancies. And this whole work from home thing is like an entire paradox shift in that field. Wow, dude. Fleet Core, I'll tell you this right now. This is unbelievable. You can talk about a real formal springback test of springback tests, and it's like 3 rising valleys at the same time. Wow, man. That is brilliant stuff here. You can't make this up, dude. Look right here, man. This goes back to 2016, 2017. That is the demand line. And the buyers defended it, and then the formal defense with the springback test. Wow. Hidden bullish divergence. And, you know, there's probably a supply line here that you haven't broken or anything yet. But, man, you're getting there. This could be really low risk on FLT. Incredible technicals here. Very, very nice. Back above the 200-day moving average. Golden Cross confirmed just a month ago. Okay. Golden Cross above the 50, up 2.58% today, headed to that 231 level. Wow, man. That's beautiful. Something else. And then the ice line. I mean, we even talk about the ice line of ice lines from 2015 and 2016 being defended again. They're so good. This is such a good chart. My God. Direct positively, man. Wow. Okay. Oh, can you explain what a dragon is? Yeah, like, I mean, didn't I, like, a few streams ago literally do an entire dragon education segment on stream live? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. You gotta see this, man. I mean, if you care. Look at CCL. This is a low from 2020. Okay, COVID crash. Does it go further back? It does. It's a low from 1994. Okay, so this level here, buyers have in the past couple days defended it, but formally, and I'm talking, you're showing the same. It's a classic accumulation structure at a critical ice line that goes back many years. Yeah, you're showing that. I know you're in the downtrend confined still, but classic accumulation. And here's the level, 957. It's not a joke, man. That's been formally tested as support, and now you're off of that. You gotta wonder, and you're back above the 200-day simple moving average. Almost never happens. And you know, you did have a golden cross on the 23rd of February, but this is really good right here. CCL Carnival. This is one of the PEJs important, the leisure entertainment sector. That's why it looks so brilliant. All these assets showing stuff like this in that sector. Accumulation at really key levels here. And this top one, 957, goes to, yeah, right there, 94. And 93 was a peak. Pay attention. Okay. Oh, man. So crazy looking. Like, it could just, you know, misidentification of possibly, like, what was a, inverse head and shoulders is just now Wyckoff accumulation, possibly. Like you in a mega range on PENN, Pin Entertainment, that level was defended once more as support. So is there a creek to jump across? If there was a creek to jump across on Pin Gaming, it would be right here. Jumping across about $32. So yeah, this is like the basement, man. It is the basement. So let's see. Pin's not dead yet, even though it did look like an inverse head and shoulder. It wasn't. Just a range. Buyers defending. Man, that's kind of crazy here. Yeah, man, this is wild. Wow, dude. Wow, you got to think something like this is could be crazy. IVZ, which is just investment managers. You know, it's not that crazy. It's like a 618, but like this level from 2018 and 19, spring back test occurring. And completing kind of an M shape here too. It's not the best, but man, anything above 1541 could be like really good. Based on history, it's normally a good reaction area. Okay. Wow. Just spacebarring a little bit. Probably gonna wrap it up soon. There was no hype. Again. Okay, so international paper IP. Maybe just maybe, you know, confirming accumulation now. We're just been in this long, drawn-out downtrend. Bear flag was beautiful, but now one low, the second low, this 34 area as being support, and you're rallying out of that. Gotta wonder. I mean, this is a big old 886 too. Like, think about it, from the COVID crash low to that high. Oh no, it didn't even make it to an 88% retrace. Maybe about 80%, 84%, something like that. But you just gotta wonder. And just looking at some of these charts, man. I'm not gonna say they're all like actionable right now for a long, dude. Wow. Let's go to Apple. Okay, so remember Apple? We were looking at Apple last week and it was at a level, a supply line, and guess what happened at the supply line? There was a dark cloud cover reversal at the supply line, and look at the follow through and then the bearish engulfing candle today. You cannot make this up, man. You can't make it up. So a confirmed dark cloud cover catching follow through to some degree for now. Beautiful. Google had a pullback too. Down 1%, just hits that fib node, the golden zone, hits the beginning of the golden zone, and that's it so far, but no real major pullback yet. I think there could be some more downside, sure, a little bit, but hopefully you see a pivot above $89 eventually for rallying much higher. Google and Amazon. Here's Amazon. Can't break 101.80. It's a major level. Like, it's so important. Like, if market participants can get the price above this 102 level, oh my God, it could be going insane. But they haven't yet. They have not broken that. So please have your alert set up above 101.80, 102, because that's where the magic could happen. 144. Here's Microsoft. That is, you know, kind of spent, and it's been up there. I mean, it's really elevated, and it's buyers are trying to defend this 2021 low. Don't know how well that's going to hold up after such a nice run. So, whatever, as long as wherever the sell-off occurs, the pivot happens above the March 2nd low at 245, it's going to be another higher low. So that's it. Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Yeah, so looked at the big ones, right? We look at NVIDIA too, whatever, who cares? I mean, NVIDIA is still just so elevated up there, right? I mean, just a straight line up, outperforming everything on the stock market right now. Still think you'll probably see 319 for the deepest of deep retraces, but you should never know when. There could be a pullback first before eventually pivoting and running later. But man, what a run so far. That inverse head and shoulders was brilliant. It was perfect. Same with AMD. All right, man, that's it. Been live for an hour. Probably gonna stop doing these like daytime streams and just go back to normal stream times, because yeah, never gonna catch a run on this stuff. So thanks for coming out. I'll be back until next time. Respect the TA.